Friends, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased to be addressing you at this moment of critical importance to discuss the role of affordable housing in sustainable urban development. I would like to start by thanking ONU Habitat at Francophonie and commend the strong partnership that has reinforced our mutual work over the past years. This event is only the last of a series of efforts for the promotion of housing affordability in the international sphere with our Francophone partners. These efforts are even more relevant in the current context. Even before the pandemic, housing affordability and accessibility is negatively impacting the well-being and living standard worldwide. Above and beyond the right to adequate housing, affordability is central to a person's ability to meet their fundamental needs such as food, healthcare, education, and transport. If a major part of one's income is spent on rent or loan repayments, stability is compromised. COVID-19 shows that we cannot take affordability for granted, as even those in the middle class face evictions. Recent data suggests that around 80% of the cities worldwide do not have affordable housing options, either for rental or purchase, for half of their population. This can be seen in Latin America, where high house prices and inaccessible housing finance are forcing many people to resort to living in informal settlements. In many parts of Africa, less than 10% of households can afford a mortgage, even for the cheapest newly built house. In OECD region, rent makes up the largest portion of spending for household, with housing prices growing 3 times faster than incomes in the past 20 years. The housing affordability crisis contributes to urban inequalities. The lack of affordable solutions often pushes people, and particularly low-income households, migrants, as well as young people and the elderly, into sharing overcrowded and unsafe dwellings or moving into areas with little access to employment and education opportunities, healthcare, or green spaces. COVID-19 is making the situation worse, as it is leading into increases in mortgage and rental areas and therefore in eviction, particularly for low-income, self-employed, and informal workers who are facing job loss and economic hardship. Governments worldwide have taken action to help their citizens to pay their rent and mortgage. However, this is not a long-term solution. A strong political commitment to put housing affordability at the center of the recovery and embed it in sustainable urban policies needs to be made. UN Habitat is ready to work with city governments to ensure we can build back better. We believe that the Secretary General's policy brief on COVID-19 in an urban world is a good place to start developing an integrated approach to ensure spatial and economic planning is aligned. More importantly, a right-based approach to housing affordability is the best way to ensure we can increase the supply of affordable housing by directing investment in a strategic and targeted manner. Finally, the burden must be shared. We need the 4 Ps: public, private, and people partnerships, as all actors in the housing sector need to be involved. Their roles must be clarified and their commitment identified. The government, especially local governments, must make the first move to enable the private sector, mobilizing resources and make space for civil society to ensure there is adequate protection for the rights of communities. The only way we can overcome these challenges is to join forces across region and across languages and recognize our shared responsibility for realizing the right to adequate housing for all and leaving no one behind. I thank you once again for the opportunity to address you today, and I wish you a fruitful discussion. Merci beaucoup. Thank you.